everybody. Welcome back. My name is Prescott. I'm at Psych Syncs, the Sync Psychology, and we are going to finish up Unit 5 from the OpenStack Psychology 2E lecture slides. Last time, quick reminder, we talked about all these different senses, such as touch, smell, hearing, stuff you've heard about before, but kind of went in depth about the different parts of each sense, basically. So we're going to keep on keeping on here with proprioception and kinesthesia. Now, the vestibular system, which is again like your sense of balance and whatnot, also collects information important for controlling movement and reflexes that move parts of our bodies to compensate for changes in body position. Both proprioception and kinesthesia interact with information. There we go. Interact with information provided by the vestibular system. So proprioception is the perception of body position, and then it has ception in the word perception of body position, and then you have kinesthesia, which is perception of the body's movement through space. This information travels to the brain via the spinal column, and information from the brain is then sent to the sensory organs of the proprioceptive and kinesthetic systems. Now we have Gestalt, and that should be, Gestalt psychology, but throw back to Unit 1, Gestalt principles of perception. So, Gestalt psychology, as a quick reminder, is the field of psychology based on the idea that the whole is different from the sum of its parts. So here, the brain creates a perception that is more than simply the sum of available sensory inputs. The brain does this in predictable ways, which Gestalt psychologists translated into principles by which we organize sensory information. Principles include figure-ground relationship, proximity, similarity, continuity, and closure. So we'll go into more in depth into each of those, starting off with figure-ground relationship. And this is the idea that we tend to segment our visual world into figure and ground. Figure is the focus of the visual field, and ground is the background. Our perception can vary depending on what we view as a figure and what we view as ground. So the concept of figure-ground relationship explains why this image right here can be perceived either as a vase or as a pair of faces. And for me, when I look at it, I see a pair of faces. So that's, for me, the figure, the focus of the visual field are these two faces. But you might see a vase. So it varies from person to person. So next we have the Gestalt principle of proximity, which is the idea that things are close to one another, tend to be grouped together. So the Gestalt principle of proximity suggests that you see, in figure A, one block of dots on the left side, and B, three individual columns on the right side. Next we have the Gestalt principle of similarity. So the idea that things that are alike tend to be grouped together. So here, when looking at this array of dots, we likely perceive alternating rows of colors. So instead of seeing, one long row where it's just, you see alternating colors, alternating rows. So you see yellow, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, blue. Next, we have the Gestalt principle of continuity. So the idea that we are more likely to perceive continuous, smooth-flowing lines rather than jagged, broken lines. So good continuation would suggest that we are more likely to perceive this as two overlapping lines rather than four lines meeting in the center. And yeah, I perceive this as two lines that overlap, not four different short lines that just meet in the middle. And next we have the Gestalt principle of closure. So closure suggests that we will perceive a complete circle and rectangle rather than a series of segments. And again, I don't know about you guys, but I see, it's like an incomplete circle, not incomplete, a complete circle, but it's just kind of broken up in a rectangle rather than just a bunch of individual lines. And this is another little throwback to Unit 1, but duck or rabbit. So take a look at the following figure. How might you influence whether people see a duck or rabbit? So, think about that and leave a response in the comments. And finally, this is a pretty short video, but I just didn't want the last one to go on too long. We have implicit bias and perception. So perception is built from senses and influenced by experiences, biases, and culture. Dr. Atiba Goff's research showed that black boys are considered more responsible for their actions than white boys of the same age. So, in the study, 264 university students, mostly white females, were involved in the study. As a group, they overestimated the age of black children by 4.5 years. So a black 12-year-old may seem 15 or even 16 years old. And they also judged black children over the age of 10 as significantly less innocent than white children of the same age. So, a little question for you to end off the unit. What might this say about law enforcement, educational, and jury perceptions of defendants of different races? And so, give that a little thought. And again, you can leave a comment saying what you think about that. But, short video, but just wanted to wrap it up without having part 3 or 4, I can't remember, be too long. I was pretty sure it's part 3. So, anyways, that was Unit 5 from the OpenStax Psychology 2E lecture slides. Again, my name is Prescott here at Succinct Psychology, and I hope you guys enjoyed this unit, and I hope to see you for the next one. Thank you very much, and have a great day.